What is up, guys? So I'm all for private equity. I'm all for saving businesses. I'm all for mom and pop local shops. And as we know, what's been going on in the real world is that these big retailers such as Walmart, Amazon, whoever, have been going to these small mom and pop shops, finding out what they specialize in or what their margins are, whatever it is, or doing deals or whatever it is with their manufacturers, getting the best items they can find, and then manufacturing it in house. And they've been eliminating a lot of stores from the markets, and it's self cannibalization. Amazon will eat all of its competitors and its allies itself, right? So I made an idea today. I woke up. I don't know. Like, you know what? This is a problem. I see a lot of animosity in the business side of things, and Amazon is just eating companies left and right. Before, brother, for example, there was a fan that I bought. It was about $90. Very good fan. Been using it for 6, 7 years now. Still working. Probably can go for another couple, 5, 6 years. Very good fan. Quality. I searched on Amazon for a fan. This fan doesn't show up anymore. They don't sell on Amazon anymore. And the fans that are now made by Amazon look exactly like this fan. And they're cheaper. They're like $60 now. Now you can say it's capitalism, it's business, it's this, is that. I understand, but I want to protect homemade brands. I don't want to have a monopoly on these things. But when these big consumers came to the market, they monopolized everything and they captured and attacked everything. So let's head over to the tweet. I tweeted the app name could either be a fighting leg or the transparency better business app. So the Transparency Better Business app, an app that showcases businesses and their finances when businesses are facing financial struggle or hardship, and they opt in to showcase their finances. You can see if a business is struggling or underperforming. That business is likely to have more deals, discounts, and coupons, and you can show more support by supporting these local businesses. Who they hire would also be on the app, as well as videos from restaurants showcasing their dishes, their work family, and as well as any notable videos. When I have money and a nice following, I like to revitalize businesses and show them love, especially if their food/slash product is good. This also opens the doors to future investors who believe the company may need like a renovation, for example, or a new menu, a new chef, a new whatever, or a new marketing campaign. It can be funded through the app in exchange for equity in the business. This gives businesses more hope and a better fighting leg to stand on. We want local money to last, local businesses to last, and they add flavors to the community and support local jobs. You'll also be able to buy a premium business info package if the company can provide it that will show profit margins, costs, amount of customers, and frequent shoppers to help you get a better insight of who their customer fan base is, right? So you'll have like more detailed information if you're making an investment, and that's how the app will basically make a lot of its money. It'll take the fees, of course, from the investments, a little bit of like maybe like a 0.005% fee, and or like just a service fee for it because it's going to be a little bit expensive, security and preventing cyber hacks and stuff. So I'll have a little bit of fees here and there, and then we'll be selling these packages on behalf of the business. The business will get some of the money. We'll take the remainder of the money, and this will be a huge alternative to the stock market, and it might have a fashionable payoff. I'd also like to add the ability to short and long the business, basically, so the payouts to fix a dying business is larger and more competitive. So let's say, for example, right, and this would be sort of similar to the stock market where you short and you long, you buy call options, whatever it is. They'd have a timer on them. So if I short this business and I say, you know what, I believe in 3 years this business will be bankrupt, or it'll be performing worse, or it'll be sold to someone else. It'll be liquidated and sold to someone else. A merger, acquisition, a whatever. That's what I believe. I put those options in and I say, okay, that's it. I lock it in. $50,000 in 3 years. The payoff could be depends on the ratio of the money of the people that are investing. We'll have a calculated effort on that effort, so we don't lose money. But it's the investors versus investors. They'll be able to bet against each other. And here's the thing: let's say, for example, I come in and I'm a very business savvy man. Like you guys know Hell's Kitchen or that Gordon Ramsay show where he kept renovating businesses left and right, re-exchanging their chefs and renovating their menus and stuff so they can sell better things, whatever it is. Imagine if that was me. I come to my business, I see that it's heavily shorted, and I say, you know what? Okay, there's a big payoff here. We can fix this business up. 1 in 2 years, we can probably pull up a $300,000 jackpot. And if, for example, the company pays off, we change everything completely around, whatever it is, renovations, whatever it is, the investors win and the shorters lose. And what would happen is basically the company would get a portion, a small portion of the shorts that have been liquidated or lost in the bet. We would get a portion, the people that made the app would get a portion, and the investors would get the remaining pool of the portion, or whoever you bought the shorts or calls off of, or whatever it is. A complicated system that's in the works. I want you guys to think about this. I think it can really help out businesses worldwide. I think you can get more money out of the stock market. And I'm not gonna lie, guys. A lot of people lose their money in the stock market. A lot of people say it's a fraud. I've lost about $60,000 in the stock market. I believe that shit is bullshit, and I believe that there has to be better ways to make money. Now, a lot of us missed the Bitcoin boat, the Ethereum boat, the Dogecoin boat, the crypto boat, whatever it is. That's fine. But if you're smart and you're willing to put in the work, hey, you can get a job at one of these places, fix it up, become a manager, whatever it is. Do crazy things, bro. Do crazy things. Um, a little bit pay to win, a little bit pay to win. But if the franchise grows, you know what I mean, and like you collect from the shorts, whatever it is, and you get some of the margin profits, whatever it is, it gets comes back to you as an investment, investors bonus, whatever it is. You make money off the investment, right? Basically, if you had good ideas, good support calls, good this, good that, you could also get a job at the business, and you can be like the vice president or an executive or whatever. So you'd have money invested into the business, equity, and then you would get a job, a salary based job, and then there you go. You know what I mean? It's a little bit pay to win. A lot of people with generational wealth would love this program, and it's a good way to help family mom and pop shops from being cannibalized by bigger competitors. Okay, and like me, I'm a very big supporter of local. I want to see if they're hiring local. If they keep hiring temporary foreign workers, people out of the country, whatever it is, I don't like that. I'm not going to support that business. But if they're hiring young Canadians, youthful Canadians, people in high school and stuff. They're showing support to the local schools and stuff. I like that. I'm more inclined to go there and shop. I'm more inclined to say, okay, you know what? My money is supporting small business that supports local communities. That's what I would love to do. All right, thank you guys.